Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something that, well, seems pretty simple on the surface, choosing a notebook supplier for your business. But our sources show it's actually a really strategic move, crucial even for things like your product quality, your brand integrity, and, just getting things delivered on time.
What's really interesting here, I think, is that it's not just like buying office supplies. It's much more about building a strategic partnership.
Mm.
And the insights we've pulled together today, they're really geared towards helping you find a supplier who's not just reliable, but a genuine asset, someone who helps you succeed.
Okay, so this strategic partnership, where does it start? The sources seem to really hit hard on customization capabilities like right away. You're not just looking for a blank book, are you?
No, not at all. And, real customization, based on what we're seeing, it goes way beyond just slapping a logo on the front.
Yeah.
It means finding a supplier who can actually match your exact vision. We're talking unique bindings, specific cover materials, maybe even little features like um, elastic closures or those inner pockets. That level of detail, it can subtly make your product stand out, make it memorable in like a really crowded market.
Right. And once you've sort of nailed that unique look, you absolutely need the quality behind it. Our sources kept bringing up the importance of materials and production quality. Things like Heidelberg printers, precise foil stamping. Sounds technical.
It is a bit, but if we connect this to the bigger picture, this is really where that perceived value comes from. High quality gear usually means better materials overall. Think about the paper's GSM, that's grams per square meter, basically how thick and sturdy it feels, or the binding strength, how well the cover holds up. All that directly shapes how your customer actually experiences the product, how long it lasts.
Makes sense. Then there's this other layer, certifications and compliance. Sounds a bit dry, maybe. But the sources mention things like ISO 9001, California's Prop 65. Why are these so critical for you, the listener?
Well, this really raises an important question about managing risk and, frankly, building trust. Certifications like ISO 9001, they are just, badges to put on a website. They signal that a supplier has a solid, audited quality management system that dramatically cuts your risk of getting defective products or stuff that's just inconsistent. And meeting regulations like Prop 65 or maybe the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act. That means your products are safe, free of harmful chemicals. It protects your brand from, well, legal trouble recalls, big headaches.
Yeah, okay, that's huge. I was also a bit surprised how much focus there was on supplier flexibility, specifically minimum order quantities, MOQs. You kind of think bigger suppliers, bigger orders, that's always better, right?
Hmm, not necessarily. A key insight here is really adaptability. A supplier who's thinking strategically gets that businesses have different needs. They should be able to handle small runs, say, for a startup, testing the waters, or a new product launch, but also scale up for much larger orders later. That flexibility, it lets you grow or maybe pivot without being stuck. Saves capital too and lets you react faster to the market.
And getting those products when you need them, that's just table stakes, isn't it? Our sources really paid a lot of attention to lead times and logistics.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Accurate lead times, clear shipping options, they're just paramount. Especially during peak times like holidays, you need a supplier who communicates well, who can navigate global shipping reliably, gives you predictability, which is crucial for managing your inventory.
Okay, and wrapping things up, our sources really zeroed in on two quick but like super impactful points: fast sample turnaround and just good communication.
Yeah, exactly. Getting samples quickly and making sure they're accurate, that ensures your design vision is actually met without long delays, avoids costly mistakes. And just responsive communication, a supplier who gets back to you, who can actually solve problems. That means they can handle changes, even last-minute ones, smoothly. Our sources even pointed to, companies with strong track records, like Lion Paper was mentioned, as examples of suppliers who really combine all these factors effectively. They become true partners.
So, what does this all mean for you listening?
Well, understanding these different factors, it really shifts how you should think about this. It's not just buying notebooks, it's a genuinely strategic business decision. It touches everything from your brand's image to your logistics and, yeah, your bottom line. Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it kind of makes you realize that success, even in something that seems minor like procurement, it really hinges on these detailed, multifaceted decisions, doesn't it? Which I think raises an interesting question for you. How might applying this kind of scrutiny, this deep dive approach, to other everyday business decisions, how might that uncover some surprising ways to boost efficiency or quality or even build more brand trust? Maybe take a moment to think about where else in your own work a deeper look at the simple stuff could unlock some real strategic value.